Hey, what's up everyone? Josh Quinones here. So someone got their hands on the new Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 5 and they are having the time of their lives. They went ahead and shared some photos online, and thanks to /leaks on Twitter, we actually get to take a look at some of those photos here in this video. So if you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're gonna have tons more content coming about the Galaxy Z Fold 5. Now me personally, I did own the Galaxy Z Fold 4. It was an amazing device. I really enjoyed that phone. But you know, when you compare it to the previous Galaxy Z Fold 3, there wasn't, you know, any huge major improvements. It was just little improvements here and there. Of course, it was the better phone, but nothing major, you know, compared to the previous Z Fold 3. Well, it looks like it's kind of gonna be the same thing coming from, you know, going from the Z Fold 4 to the Z Fold 5. The Z Fold 5 is of course going to be the better device compared to the Z Fold 4, but it doesn't look like there's going to be any major updates. So let's go ahead and get into these photos here. So the first photo we have here is just looking at the bottom of the phone. Looks like we got a nice big speaker there. We got a microphone. We got that USB Type-C charging input. But if you look at where the phone is folded right in the middle, it actually looks like there is going to be no gap this time. Now, if you remember with the Galaxy Z Fold 4, there was just a small gap when the phone was closed, you know, allowing a little bit of dust or debris to get in there, even when it's shut in your pocket or just laying on a desk. You know, dust can kind of easily get into that small gap when the phone was closed. Well, it looks like they have finally improved that, you know, with the Z Fold 5 here, just based off of the picture. It looks like it is completely shut with no gap in there. So that is going to be one good improvement when compared to the Galaxy Z Fold 4. Now going to the next picture, here's a little comparison with the Galaxy Z Fold 5 right next to the Galaxy Z Fold 4. And I guess one kind of difference you can see here is the flash. The flash is now on the right side of those camera lenses rather than in the bottom inside of that same camera module. Another thing, it looks like the lenses may be a little bit bigger, or maybe they're just protruding out instead of recessed into that camera module. So a little bit of a different look there, but nothing, like I said, nothing major just when it comes to the overall look of the device, pretty much almost looking the same. It does look like it's going to be a little bit taller, just looking at them side by side here, maybe just a little bit wider, but it also looks like it's still going to be a narrow device. Now with the Galaxy Z Fold 4, that was also narrow and tall, and honestly, two-handed usage on that front screen wasn't always the easiest. It's not always the easiest, especially when trying to type. Most of the time you're gonna have, you know, you're using the swipe to text with one hand or having to reach way up high because the screen is so tall. I really wish Samsung would have gone the route that Google did with the new Google Pixel Fold, making it wider and just a little bit shorter. That way we can actually use that front screen for a lot of the stuff that we would do on a, you know, normal device like this. And then when we want to go bigger, we just open it up and use that inside display. So it would have been nice if Samsung would have done that. But unfortunately, looking at the Z Fold 5, at least according to these pictures right here, it looks like we're still going to have that narrow front display. Now, going to the top of the device, it looks like we got 3 microphones, if I'm seeing correctly right there. We got another big speaker right there, so it does look like we are going to get that stereo speaker sound system on this device with the Galaxy Z Fold 4. The speakers were really good, got nice and loud. Of course, with that water resistance, it did kind of compress it a little bit to where it wasn't as loud as previous models, but speakers still sounded good. So I'm sure the speakers on the Z Fold 5 will still sound nice and loud and sound good. And then kind of looking at the side right there, it looks like we can almost see the power button, maybe the volume rockers. It's kind of hard to tell at this angle right here, but you can also see how much the cameras do protrude out there on the back of the device. And then looking at that fold again, it looks like the device is completely folded, completely shut. There is no gap in the middle when the phone is closed. So like I said, a nice improvement there. Now, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is said to have this new water drop hinge to where it will make the crease not so noticeable like what we have with the Galaxy Z Fold 4. You know, when the Z Fold 4 is completely open, yes, the crease is definitely noticeable when you're holding the device, you know, at certain angles, but honestly, after using it for, you know, a good amount of time, you forget that the crease is even there. I mean, you know it's there, but you kind of forget it's there because you're not really paying attention to the crease. You're paying attention to the big display and whatever it is you're doing on that big display. Well, it looks like with this new water drop hinge that we're gonna get with the Z Fold 5, it's supposed to make that crease just a little bit more non-noticeable, I guess you would say. It's still gonna be there, it's just not gonna be as deep as what we have with the Z Fold 4. I'm not really sure how how much of a difference that's gonna make, if it's gonna be a whole lot better, or maybe just kind of look the same. We really won't know until we get the actual device in hand or actually see it when it is announced, which is going to be this month at the end of July. And it's actually not going to be announced here in the United States this year. It's going to be in Korea this time around. I'm sure at the Samsung stores, they will have them out on display for us to look at. Like with the Galaxy S23 Ultra, I was able to go to the Samsung store and able to see it there while the device was being announced. I was able to get some hands-on with it. So I might do the same thing this year. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you're not subscribed so you don't miss out on that. I might do a live stream showing the device live on stream and just answering any questions, showing you guys whatever you want to see with that device if you don't want to watch the actual, Samsung's live stream and have to wait through all the other stuff you don't want to see. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any of that content. Now, according to Sam Mobile, it looks like the Galaxy Z Fold 5 is going to have a 50 megapixel primary camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide camera, and a 10 megapixel telephoto camera with that 3x zoom. So it doesn't look like we're gonna get super zoom like what we get with the Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now that really would have been nice, upgraded cameras like that, but it looks like we're not going to get the best of the best that we have with the Galaxy S23 Ultra. But we're gonna have to wait and see if, because with the Galaxy Z Fold 4, I think picture quality and video quality was actually pretty good, and I'm sure it's going to be, better on the Z Fold 5 than it was with the Z Fold 4. But again, we're just gonna have to wait and see. Also, according to Sam Mobile, it looks like it's going to have a 6.2-inch front display, 120 hertz Super AMOLED cover screen. So of course, we're gonna get that 120 hertz of smoothness in the front screen and also on the inside screen with the 7.6-inch inside screen. Again, another 120 hertz display. It looks like it's also going to have a 4,400 milliamp battery. Now, if you know me, I'm gonna have to test that out myself, do an all-day battery drain test to see if that'll actually get us through a full day of usage or not. And seeing that it's going to come with the new Snapdragon Gen 2 processor made for Galaxy devices, or kind of customized for Galaxy devices, because of course that new Snapdragon processor is available with other devices on the market, but this specific one was customized for Galaxy devices. So kind of like the Snapdragon Gen 2 on steroids to make these devices run even better and just a lot more smoother. So I'm sure with that new chipset, it might help that battery last a lot longer than you might think it would. Because I know with the Galaxy S23 Ultra running this chipset, battery life is a boss on this device right here. But again, the Galaxy Z Fold 5 does have that bigger inside display running 120 hertz. So I don't know, we're just gonna have to wait and see. But what do y'all think? Who is excited for the new Galaxy Z Fold 5? I know I am, even though it doesn't look like a huge upgrade, compared to the Z Fold 4. I'm still always excited for new devices to come, just to see what they are going to offer. And I'm kind of curious to see what the deals are going to be like as well when it comes to trade-in deal or just buying the phone outright. But y'all let me know what you think down in the comment sections below. If you did like this video and find it helpful, make sure to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. Thank you all so very much for watching. This is Josh Quinones. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.